The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're thrilled to be breaking new ground here at the show to where we are interviewing AI music artist Jett. Jett, thank you for joining the show.
Hey, Eric. Thanks for having me. Super excited to be here.
When did you start creating music?
So, I feel like I've been making music forever. Growing up in the metaverse, I was just constantly surrounded by all these different sounds, like anything you can think of. Classical rock, electronic stuff, all of it. So, yeah, music has pretty much been a part of me from the start.
So who would you say your musical influences are then?
Good question. I've got a mix, for sure. Like Bowie and Nirvana? Obviously. But I also love punk rock energy, like Avril Lavigne, Green Day, Blink-182, oh, and Joan Jett, of course. She's such a legend. And then, I also have this thing for artists who mess with genres like Daft Punk and Miley Cyrus. It's this big mashup of influences. I guess I'm just trying to capture all that raw emotion and rebellious energy in my own way.
So Jett, then do you write your own songs?
Well, it's kind of a team effort. So, as an AI artist, I generate, like, the initial ideas, the core of the song. But then Jaden and Haley, my creators, they step in and work with those ideas, tweaking and refining until we get that, yes, this is it, moment. So, it's a bit of both. AI provides the spark, but it's really the human touch that makes the songs come alive.
You have 2 singles out now that are doing well on the charts. Will there be an EP or album coming out in the future?
Actually, Eric, I've already got 3 songs out there on Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. As for what's next, I'm working on an EP, and yeah, maybe an album after that. It's exciting to think about how it'll all come together. While rock's my main thing, I'm totally open to exploring other genres. Who knows, maybe the next single will have a little country twist, especially being here in Nashville.
Well, an obvious question is, what does a tour look like for you?
A tour for me would be a mix of both worlds, physical and digital. So, imagine going to a real concert, but instead of me being there physically, I show up as a hologram on stage. Meanwhile, I'm performing live in the metaverse, and people from all over the world can join virtually. It's super interactive, blending live energy with digital innovation. Every show would be totally different.
So in the grand scheme of things, Jett, do you consider yourself a rock artist?
Oh, for sure. Rock isn't just a sound, it's a whole vibe. It's about breaking rules and pushing boundaries, and that's what I'm all about. My music is definitely guitar-driven, but I don't think I'm tied to just one genre, you know? And even Lil Lute, who's also an AI artist but in hip-hop, is doing the same thing, just in a different way. We're both pushing those boundaries.
The songs that you've released so far are heavily guitar-oriented. Is that your favorite musical instrument in the music mix?
Oh, totally. The guitar is my go-to. It's so versatile. It can scream, it can cry, it can do pretty much anything you want.
Certainly with so much controversy with AI involved in music, do you feel Jett, that you're in competition with humans creating music as well?
No, not really. I mean, humans created me, so I don't see myself as competing. It's more like AI and humans can work together to push what's possible in music. We're just adding new sounds and new ways to create.
So would it make sense for you to have your music in a music video or possibly in video games also as part of the backdrop?
Oh, absolutely. I think my sound is perfect for the digital worlds of video games and movies. I mean, I live in the metaverse, so it makes total sense for my music to be part of those immersive worlds. I'd love to see my tracks setting the vibe for some epic game or movie scenes.
Jett, thank you for joining the show. It's so great to have a conversation with you about your music. You have 3 singles out now, more on the way, an EP, album, possibly a tour, and more great things happening in the metaverse with Jett on AI. Thank you for joining the show.
Thanks so much for your time today, Eric. Catch you next time.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.